one of the first movies that I'm going to talk about is Serenity. Now, Serenity is a movie that really didn't have too much hype behind it, too much marketing, and rightfully so. In seeing it, I could see why. But I mean, I didn't hate it like a lot of people did. This is a movie that's featuring Anne Hathaway, Jason Clarke, and Matthew McConaughey, who is the lead role. And it's just about Anne Hathaway. She finds Matthew McConaughey, which they are ex-husband and wife, and she is trying to hire him to kill her current husband, who is abusive. And so he has to make the decision on whether or not he wants to go through with it with a lot of money on the line. And going into this movie, I heard something that I didn't want to hear before I saw it. I heard that it was a twist. And I was like, and me in saying this, I guess you could say is, I don't know, maybe I'm doing the same thing that was done to me. But in saying the twist really isn't saying too much about it. It's not giving a spoiler, but I would have rather went into this movie without knowing that, because I didn't know that at first before I saw it. But this movie did do a lot of things that I did like it. I'm going to get to the twist, but it did do a lot of things that I did like. The acting was actually pretty good. Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway and Jason Clarke are all great actors. Great actors. Matthew McConaughey, he does lead it good as fuck. He is he plays the part well. I don't know, like, just following him. I mean, he doesn't have too much to his character. He's not super charismatic, but just in a way that he, works his role and everything that he does, he is a very interesting character, whatnot, to follow. The concept of it is simple enough. It's simple enough, and it's actually, just something that grabbed me, a wife is getting beat on, so she calls upon her ex-husband to do the deed, and it's like it's that right there shows that will have like a lot of conflict in it, because that's your ex. She's asking you for help, and y'all may not have the best relationship, so it's like you gotta think like, damn, do I really want to help her out? We're not on the best terms, but then she's offering this money, so that's conflict in it right there. So the concept of it really did grab me, and then on top of that, it looked like it was going to be a good movie. It's just the lack of marketing that followed it wasn't appetizing. This movie was dramatic. It did have its dramatic points as well as an emotional points. And it has a point in the movie where it has to do with a father-son relationship. And I guess that kind of got me because of my son. And I kind of thought, like, if I was in the same position, it's just, I don't know, it kind of got me in the field. And I guess that's why I kind of gravitated to it a little bit more than what another person would have, but I did kind of like the aspect of it. Like I said, one of the things that I guess you could count as a negative was the twist. The twist, I didn't hate it like a lot of people probably did. It's just, it affected the movie from when you find it out, because it's not one of those twists that you find out at the end of the movie. It's a twist that you find out kind of toward the end, kind of like in the second act. So it affects the rest of the movie and how everybody, is, how everybody acts and everything else. And it kind of takes you out of the movie from that point on. And the twist itself is kind of weak. I just want to say, I didn't hate it, but I can acknowledge that it was not a good twist. It was not, it could have been better. I felt like if it was just a straight type movie where it's just an ex is calling another ex to kill her current husband, then that would have been a great, movie. That's a great concept. It's simple as hell to go into. But I thought, without, the twist that they had, it probably would have been a better movie. But that twist just kind of takes it down. And it was like, once you kind of figure it out, once it kind of shows itself, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, I don't know. But and still, it has a lot of potential in it. And I would say it's worth skipping. It's worth skipping. It's worth checking out on, Netflix, or when it comes to DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, or, just for rent. But it's not really worth checking out in the movie theater. So this is a movie that you can skip. I'll give this movie a 6. And yeah.